We are raising a red flag high up for everyone to see. They really don't know what they're missing and what they still have to lose if they don't open their eyes now. What could be the problem? Is it negligence, or maybe you're waiting for one big sign? Maybe you're waiting for someone to come back from the future and whisper about opportunities that your future self missed. Well, that only happens in movies. Probably some Back to the Future scenario. Fact is, no son of yours is coming back in time to warn you about the future. You can't get any more signs than you already have. There is an inherent need to sensitize people about the reason they should buy a crypto in XRP's position. You really can't afford to get it wrong. You could be missing the opportunity of a lifetime. What's more to say? If you're curious, you can ask questions. Things that will come out great tend to go through extremely rough and damn near discouraging conditions. People's inability to take adequate risk is a major factor for why they never seem to get over their hurdles. Fear at every step may mean that we never get to take any step at all. While XRP has been in an awkward position since last year, there's been a lot of skepticism about how the coin will phase through. Many prospective investors have taken the cue to wait it out and weather the storm. This may include those that once had a holding of XRP but were part of the massive sellout that led to a drastic dip in the coin's price. Many actually did that with the mind that when the coast is clear, they would buy back into the crypto. With the events of this year, we can potentially say that there seems to be more than enough reasons to hop back on the train. XRP will not be waiting around much longer. Welcome back to your favorite channel, Make Money Online. Today we'll be looking at the possibility that there might not be enough XRP for everyone. We'll discuss why it's important to buy XRP now and the repercussions of missing out. We'll also look at the latest news about XRP and some of its latest price predictions. If you're watching a video on this channel for the first time, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can get updates whenever we post a new video. The total amount of pre-mined XRP is just about 100 billion. And the total amount of XRP that you and I can actually have access to now in the crypto circulation is about 45 billion. This means that we have approximately 55 billion waiting to be released into the crypto market. The statistically acknowledged census value of the world's population is about 8 billion people, and yet more and more keep getting added every day. Literally, more people are being born than they're dying. Now, I'm not implying that we need to thin out the world's population or anything. This is more about how you could actually miss out on XRP if just half the world's population decided to buy XRP today. Where will you be then? A certain quote warns that we should never be critical of things with small beginnings, especially survivors. Indeed, XRP is one such survivor. One thing that's necessary for survivors is that they come out bigger and better than they actually did when they were yet to learn what it takes. It's the same for XRP. It's like a piece of ore that would ultimately be refined into gold and yield great value for all and anyone who takes advantage of it. The 45 billion XRP that are available is already in the hands of holders, including as many as the exchanges that still trade XRP. Over time, more XRP will be injected into the market at a slower rate and in lesser quantity, so as to maintain scarcity as well as the commodity's value. That's the principle that the world's economy runs by. The value of a material is only as good as the demand for it. The demand, however, is dependent on whether it's scarce or maybe totally unavailable. Have you ever been in a situation where people have had to hoard products? A commodity that's valued at $10 can rise to $20 just because it becomes scarce, and demand for it is quite high in the market, especially if the product is actually very good. Such a commodity can be hoarded and in turn, its price rises. And when it's released only in small quantities, as the demand outweighs the supply. Do we already have a picture of how this relates to XRP? Bitcoin was once in a peculiar position too, and people failed to see just what it could be for the coming years, and thus, they missed out on what could have been the opportunity of a lifetime. You probably missed out on it too, didn't you? Well, history doesn't have to repeat itself, but it's really up to you. Think about it. People own large proportions of XRP already, and the only reason that we're still able to buy little amounts of XRP here and there is because there are a few short sellers going on about dumping the coin at every slight opportunity. Hodling is the crypto's way of describing the act of hoarding commodities. Even though the SEC is out to prove that XRP is a security and not a commodity, or better put, a currency, XRP is a currency for real. As real as Bitcoin and Ethereum that have been counted not as securities, and it has the necessary features of a digital currency, even proving to be much more useful than other cryptos. Hoarding commodities like products and goods might be an illegal thing to do, but hodling is definitely not a crime. You can choose to hodl a crypto in order to benefit from it. However, you'd have to buy it at just the right time, So when is the best time to buy XRP? Well, the answer to this question is not tied to a specific date or maybe a horoscope prediction. It all depends on the market trend. Can anyone truly predict the market trend, though? No, of course not. If people can predict it, it means they can manipulate it. And then, decentralization of the crypto becomes meaningless. Knowing that, you need to just learn to take a cue from the minimum that you see. Before the time frame runs out on the minimal XRP in circulation, you should decide quickly what you'll do. The remaining 55 billion XRP will probably be injected into the market when the price of the coin hits higher levels, and at that level, it becomes more expensive for you and I. The coin is sustaining a level at about 45 cents, and it's testing the resistance at 50, a level that used to be its support for some time in February 2021. The science of hodling is that you buy it at a lower price and wait its price transition to a higher price, say a breakout over the resistance. If at this price someone buys 1,000 XRP, he'd have spent $450. If the price of 1 XRP reaches $1, that person will have $1,000. It's that easy. You might think it's a good idea to wait for the coin to actually rise before ever thinking of buying it, but it's not a financially wise decision when you look at it candidly. On this channel, our focus is to open you up to how you can best maximize the little opportunities that may otherwise seem obscure to you. This is one of our most encouraged recommendations: learn to hodl XRP. Why do we hammer specifically on XRP? Imagine holding a real-life version of XRP's coin, and you know that you're holding a fortune, but you'd have to have been holding onto the crypto for quite some time. In this chart, you can see XRP's price rise and fall over the years due to volatility and peculiar cases such as the one XRP is entangled in now. While it might seem like it would be a tough break, XRP will come out fine eventually, irrespective of how the situation turns out, and it will definitely gather momentum. We expect that it would regain its place among the top 3 and top 5 cryptocurrencies in the world. So many predictions are abound in the world, with the coin being particularly observed for its potential to be the next viable coin to go on amazing surges. No one really tells the blind that it's raining. They're bound to feel it. And no one has to tell you just what happens when you miss out on another bright crypto rise of XRP, just like Ethereum and Bitcoin. So let's ensure that there's zero room for regrets and wallowing. We can all maintain interest and buy as much XRP as we can, and just keep it in our respective wallets. Don't doubt this, the coin's next price target is really all about its previous high of about $3.80. We believe that more XRP will be injected into the market and maintain circulation as people will be less willing to sell their holdings. The first price target for the new all-time high is between $4 and $5, while it could probably hit price target 2 also at $10. However, it might not make the second price target in a single move. It could first reach the first price target and consolidate on it before sitting on a voyage towards the second target. After this, the initial or the first price target now becomes the support for the all-time high. All this could happen within the blink of an eye once the coin reaches $1. What you need to know is that it would be much more difficult to buy XRP then, not necessarily due to scarcity alone, but because very few would deem it wise to short sell. Also, it will be much more expensive. At $5, 1,000 XRP that would simply cost $450 now becomes $5,000. It could take days, weeks, maybe months, or maybe the next few seconds, but do you want to take that chance without having secured the future? Well, there you have it, folks. That's it for today. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. What are your thoughts on the future of XRP? Let us know in the comments below. See you next time.
Hollywood Carson. That's how it goes. Hollywood Carson.